Hi, this is Barry J McDonald, and I'd like to welcome you to today's course on how to make money selling articles. Now, if you haven't never made money online before, or you don't believe that you're that great of a writer, just stay tuned to this video. Don't dismiss yourself that this mightn't be for you, because I'm going to show you a simple process that you can go through that you can create articles on a regular basis and multiply the income that you have coming in from those articles. So even if you've never made money online before, this is not a guaranteed, because again, it depends on you actually taking action on the information in this video, whether you'll actually make money or not. But even if you've never made money online, it is a way that you can actually, create an income. So compared to other ways of making money from writing, for example, ghostwriting, creating your own blogs or your own books, and maybe putting them on the Kindle store or the Amazon the iTunes store and places like that, and selling your content. And even compared to creating content for a blog, this is a very, very easy way to create money easily. For example, a ghostwriting, depending on your skill as a ghostwriter and what your experience has been, like, you can only earn a certain amount of money from ghostwriting because you're creating content on a single basis. You're creating one piece of work and you're only getting paid once for it. Again, with your books, depending on your writing, and if the information in your books is valuable, it will depend on then how much money you're going to make from that content. And then even creating content for your blog. I know what it's like to create content on a regular basis on my own blog. So all these things take time. If you haven't got the experience, if you haven't got the time, or you haven't got the the writing skills yet, some of these things mightn't be for you. But article writing is an easy way to to bypass all those different hurdles that you might have, so that you can actually start making money. So what do I mean by articles? Now, you've probably seen articles yourself. Maybe you had a health problem, or you just had a question maybe about a camera or something like that, and you went online and you just typed in whatever that problem was, and then you came to maybe a website, or you came to a blog or whatever, and there was just a simple article that maybe answered your question. For example, say I was having trouble with my dog, and I typed in dog training, and then I came to an article that said how to do dog training, or how to train your poodle, or something like that. So that simple title, then I would have read that article, then I would have come away from that. If it was a good article, I would have come away with the knowledge to knowing how to do what I came looking to do. So again, that article maybe 500 or 600 words in length, but the information in it should have helped me with the problem that I had. Or maybe say, for example, maybe I had a question about a product or something like that. I would type in maybe a question, and maybe I might come to a frequently asked page where I could look up the questions and find an answer maybe to what it is that I need to find out more about. Or say maybe I needed tips on gardening tips, or tips maybe on pruning my trees or whatever. I'd go online, I would type in that into the Google or whatever search engine I was using, and then I'd come to an article then it would show me then how to do that information. So basically, you've seen articles yourself every day on websites and blogs and different places. So you've been familiar with what an article is. And basically, all the articles I'm talking about is, again, just creating a simple article. Maybe they could be 500 or 600 words in length, and it's going to take a topic and it's going to explain it as best it can in that short space of time. So who would want those articles that you've created? What's the point of you creating articles if nobody wants them? But you'd be surprised that a lot of people are looking for content that they can use on different websites and blogs and stuff. So take, for example, blog owners. As I said earlier, it can be challenging to come up with content on a regular basis. If I had a blog, and maybe say, for example, I want to go on holidays for a couple of days, but I wanted to have content for my readers to read while I was away, because maybe I didn't want to lose those readers if my blog lay empty for a couple of weeks and there was no content being updated on it. So what I would do is maybe I would go to somebody who maybe has some articles written already, and I would use those articles and I would put up maybe one a day or one a week or whatever I needed to do. So blog owners would be one source that you could go to with those articles. Again, website builders, people who create websites maybe that are selling affiliate products, maybe for the Amazon store. If you're not familiar with the word affiliate, it's basically if you're say, for example, if you were an affiliate for the Amazon store, if you sent a visitor from your website over to the Amazon store and that customer bought a product, say for example, say they spent $100 buying something on the Amazon store, Amazon then would give you a commission on that purchase for sending that person to them. So that could depend then on the product that was for sale, but you could maybe up to maybe 10% or something like that. So if that person left your website to go over to Amazon, you would make a $10 commission on that sale. So basically what people do is to create websites that would have articles, videos, all these different kind of content that people searching online would come to their website. They would click and read the article, and possibly then there could be information that would lead that person over to the Amazon store then. So that website builder then would be making money from Amazon for sending traffic to Amazon, and then they would be looking for content for these websites that they were creating. These website builders would normally put up lots of websites as quickly as possible. So the thought of actually sitting down and typing out all these articles could be too time consuming. Maybe they could be working on something else. Maybe they might actually have writers working for them already. But if you came along with them and you had a bundle of articles that they could use and put on their website, it's a great saving thing for them, and then it's driving traffic to their Amazon, to their affiliate link to the Amazon store, and they're making commission. So they would be interested in content. And then people that sell content online, the articles that we're going to be creating, they're going to be called private label rights. And what private label rights means is that anybody buying this article of yourself could put their name on the article and claim it as their own. They could take that content then and they could edit it in anything way they wanted it. They could maybe break that article down into a smaller form, and they could put a few of your articles together and create a small report or something that they could give away. So because your articles are private label rights, there is some websites online that are solely, that they sell content, that they sell private label right content. That might be maybe videos, it could be articles by somebody else, or it could be reports. And what you could do is you could go to those websites and say, I have a bundle of articles, it's on a certain topic, it's a popular topic, would you be willing to buy these articles off me? And then they might buy those articles off you and then sell them in their own website. So they would sell those articles on to someone else. So they're always looking for content they can sell to as well. And then even content for social media. If you have a Facebook page, if you have a Twitter account, Pinterest, or whatever kind of social media account you would have, those people are always looking for content on a regular basis. And if again, like the blog owners, if they haven't got time to create that content, they're going to want to buy it from somebody else, just as a quick fix, maybe to tide them over for a couple of days, or just for ideas for stuff that they could do. So for example, say maybe I had a social media account on Facebook, and it was a weight loss Facebook page I had. So what I would do is, if you were selling articles on weight loss, I could take one of your articles maybe today, because I had no ideas to write about, and just post your article on the page for all my people to read. Or say for example, if I had a Twitter account and you had written an article which were maybe 10 weight loss tips, what I could do then from your article is I could break that article down into 10 pieces, and then I could send out those things on Twitter. So I'd have 10 tweets that I could send it over the next couple of days or week or whatever it was. So again, I'm just using your content then that you've created, but I'm using it then for my social media accounts. And then people that have websites that have collecting customer email addresses like that, to get into the contact with those people on the list, what they would do is they'd probably send out content every so often. So for example, if I had a website and I had customers maybe who were interested in camping and something like that, and I was looking for articles on a camping theme, and you had those articles, what I could do maybe is take those articles off you, and anytime I was emailing my customers about maybe I have a sale or something on, but I could drop in an article and a bit of content to for my readers to read, as well as the kind of the sales thing, whatever. So the emails going to those customers aren't kind of very salesy, and they're helping the customers out, and probably to redirecting those people back to the website. So again, you would use maybe, like if it was a camping email list, it was maybe camping tips and tricks and stuff like that then too, and things on equipment and stuff like that. So we would take people from, I would send those emails out, and then I would get people to come back to my camping website to buy products or whatever it is. So you could sell your content to any of those people. Now at the end of this video, I'm going to show you actually another way that you can sell it to a few more places to expand your reach. So Don't worry if you're looking at these and you're still not sure. What I'm going to show you in this video and in the accompanying videos, I'm going to show you ways of finding where to go with your content and where to sell it. So, okay, you got the idea so far. You need to create articles. You know what articles are. You're basically 5 or 600 words in length. You know the kind of people that you're going to be selling your content to. So now you've come to the option now. You've got 2 routes to go right now. You can either create content that is evergreen, or you can jump on a growing trend. Now, what I mean by evergreen, I mean that's content that's as relevant today as 10 years from now. So you're talking like topics like health, family, sports, motivation, pets, all those kind of things. So for example, if I was writing articles for health topics, you know, topics I would write about today, weight loss, dieting, it's probably going to be the same things that are going to, you know, that people are going to be looking for in, you know, content for maybe 5-10 years from now. We're probably still going to have obesity and all these different problems, you know, skin problems and, you know, all these different health related things. So people are going to go online, you know, not only today, but like further down the line, and they're going to be looking for advice on all those things and, you know, tips and tricks and all that sort of stuff. And then again, family, you know, there's always going to be babies, romance, there's always going to be marriage and divorce and all those kind of family issues. So whatever articles you would write today, again, would be useful in the future. And then sports like golf, football, and any other sport that's really popular at the moment, unless something really drastic happens, you know, I can imagine all those sports are still going to be as relevant in the future as they are today. And then things like motivation and self-development, you know, I can't see any time in the future when people don't want to improve themselves, and, you know, that people are always looking for motivation. So that would be another one that would be a long-term topic. And then again, pets, you know, cats, dogs, hamsters, etc. You know, all those pets, I can't see... Again, you know, we're going to have pets in the future too. So all those kind of topics. Now, these aren't the only ones now, but you can see, you probably have an idea now of what an evergreen topic is. It's a topic that's whatever content you write about today, you know, it could be used again and again and again in the future. Now, jumping on a growing trend, we're talking about a topic that's popular today, you know, but mightn't be around in 6 months from now. So this could be kind of new products that come online, like fidget spinners, it could be hoverboards, it could be Christmas toys, you know, things that are just, the media just seems to be swamped with them for a couple of months, and then all of a sudden, you know, they disappear. Another one then, because of media stories, like for example, at the minute, the disasters that happen in the US, you know, people would be looking up all of a sudden, maybe who have never looked up maybe survival help or how to do this or how to do that, you know, all of a sudden that content would be relevant to them and they'd be searching online for it. So that would be another one. And then holidays then, Valentine's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, probably for the 11 months of the year, those topics wouldn't be relevant to anybody. But then in the month maybe leading up to them, then you will find a lot of people that are searching up content and looking for ideas, for example, maybe Valentine's, maybe romance ideas and, you know, dating ideas and stuff like that. But after Valentine's, you know, the traffic to that topic or whatever would just drop away and wouldn't be really relevant until the following Valentine's came along. So then the products then too, like the fidget spinners, like example, I'm going to show you now and later on another video then how to look up trends and just to see if something's actually, whether it's growing in stature or whether it's fading away. I'm going to show you how to do that. But for example, the fidget spinners at the moment, they reached a certain peak, but, you know, for example, all the shops in my town and that were full of them, all the kids were going around buying fidget spinners. But I know in a couple of months from now, I think it's even started at the minute, you know, there's that many fidget spinners now, nobody's actually using them anymore. So that trend is kind of gone. So if you wrote articles on, say, fidget spinners, you know, that would have been relevant for the time that it was popular. But now the traffic and all the interest has dropped off, so you're probably going to find less people searching for fidget spinners and stuff like that. But at the time, if you had created a website or you had a blog, you know, and you got that article out, you probably would have got a lot of traffic because the searches had increased and people wanted to find out more about fidget spinners and videos and looking up this and looking up that about fidget spinners. So that would have been a popular topic. So that is the two kind of topics you would mainly go for in your article writing. You would go for an evergreen topic or you would go for a popular growing trend. But the only thing about the growing trend one, as you can see, you know, you might make a killing over a short period, but those articles then or whatever content you'd create, it wouldn't be as useful then further down the line. Whereas the evergreen ones, with that content you could sell over and over and over again. So you probably have an idea for a main topic. What do I write about? So for example, say that you were going to write about dieting and weight loss and things like that. Because that's an evergreen product, you're going to want to know what are people are looking up. If you've never actually written articles before, you want to know, well, how will I actually know what to write about? What do people look up? And, what would be a good idea for an article title? Because I just don't know. Well, I recommend you go over to Yahoo Answers. If you just Google up the Yahoo Answers, you're going to find a website over there where people go online and they ask the public questions, and then people come along then as a kind of like something like a forum, but people would come along then and answer that question then with what they think the answer is, and then from that then usually the best answer is then selected further on down the line, and then the other answers are kind of taken off the site. But you're going to find a lot of people asking questions. So for example, then if I went over to Yahoo Answers and I was interested in writing articles on weight loss, I would just type in weight loss in the search box and I would find out what people were looking for. And you're probably going to find the same questions being asked over and over again. You're probably going to find questions like, what's the best fat burning exercise? And, what's this and what's that? And what you do then is, when you see the same kind of questions coming up again, just take a note of what is being asked regularly. Now, for the case of Yahoo Answers, even though you will be using the questions, sometimes the answers mightn't be very dependable. Sometimes you might just have people, maybe they could be just spoofing and giving, false information and things like that, or maybe just more interested in driving people back to maybe a gambling website or something that wouldn't be related to the thing. So I wouldn't really pay attention really to the answers that people would give. Now you will find some good ones and maybe some information, maybe the website you could go back to so you could actually look up information yourself for your article. But as for using the articles, the answers themselves in your article, I'd be aware of that because, not all that content on the Yahoo Answers is, as I said, would be dependable. So another website you can go then to for looking up questions that people are looking for is go to answerthepublic.com. Again, this is like it's like a search box. You just put in whatever the main topic is. So for example, if I was looking up weight loss or I was looking up exercise equipment or whatever the article idea I had, I would just type that into Answer the Public, and it will give you all the different kind of questions, the relevant questions and questions that are answered regularly on the search engines. So to give you ideas then, so what you would do then is just take one of those questions that somebody has asked, and then you would just write an article then answering that question. And then another one then, if I was looking to use maybe another idea for coming up with ideas for my articles. I give an example again, if I was doing the weight loss, what I would do is I would go to maybe Google or somewhere like that, and I would type in weight loss, and then I would add the word forum after it. So on these forums, you're going to have people, again, like Yahoo Answers, who are going to be asking questions, and other people in the forums are going to be answering them. So what you want, rather than actually going through all the topics, is in most of the forums, if you come on over to the there's 2 columns maybe, or 3 columns, whatever beside it, and sometimes you can click and see, and you can arrange all the different topics into kind of ones that are the most popular and things like that, or which will have a lot most activity in it. So what you want is the forum posts and pieces that are very, very popular, rather than you don't want to write an article maybe on a topic maybe that's only been asked maybe twice in a weight loss forum. But what you're looking for is to write articles on really popular topics and things that people want to know more about. And even in those forums then too, you're probably going to find more ideas for article ideas. Maybe a new diet maybe has come online that maybe you didn't hear about before, that's just kind of starting to go off, and you could find maybe things like that. Maybe you could write more articles on that diet or whatever. So forums, again, go over to them and go through search the to find the relevant posts. So that would be 3 ways you could actually look up for topic ideas for your articles for an evergreen product. And then if you're going to write about trends, if you're going to write about something that was popular, what you could do is, I'm going to show you in the other video how to use Google Trends. But if you go over to Google Trends, you can look up and actually see then, is that trend, is it actually growing or is it diminishing, or what way is it going? So then you'd know then if it was worth your while, creating those articles. Maybe you could be hitting the tail of a trend. So by the time you got your articles created and how we're trying to sell them, nobody'd want them. So this is a handy way to check out then what is actually trending. And then another one then is to go to the Amazon website. And if you go to the Amazon website and go to the bestseller section using the link there, you'll find out what's popular on the Amazon store, what people are buying. And what's good about the Amazon the bestsellers list here is it's updated regularly. So whether it's hourly or whether it's daily, you'll see this list change, and you'll see then whether something that's popular maybe today might just disappear tomorrow, or whether it's a growing thing and whether it's heading towards #1 and growing in popularity. So that's one way to check it out. And then another website that you can use is Alibaba. Again, like Amazon, I think at the moment it's actually a bigger store than Amazon, but it is another retail giant as well. So what you would go to the Alibaba and go to the bestseller section, or just see what is popular at the moment, and find out what's sale over there. But you might find maybe the same as what's happening on Amazon. Another one then, if you were familiar with eBay, you can actually have a look on eBay and see what's trending on eBay. Again, I'm going to show you another video how to go to find out what's popular on eBay, so then you can see what you could be writing your articles on. And then again, then to pay attention like to the popular culture. You know, what's popular at the minute. Sometimes if you were doing articles maybe on kids' toys or new devices and stuff like that, maybe there's a movie maybe that has come out and it's featured, an example for kids' toys. There's always movies coming out. For example, there's one coming out, the Lego Ninjago one, and because of that, then there's probably going to be a mad trend for those characters' toys, after the movie. Or maybe there's maybe device maybe that was used in a movie then, and the popularity of that device then soars then because people have seen it in the movie and they're searching for it. Or then even just pay attention to the next time you're in the store, if you'll have a look at the magazine rack, if there's any magazines that have suddenly appeared that haven't been there before, it could be a growing trend, because if anybody's creating a magazine, chances are good there's money to be made in it, because if there wasn't money to be made in it, well then they probably wouldn't have created that magazine. So there would be ads or whatever relevant to that would pay for that magazine. So that could be another way of finding something like that maybe that you don't know about. But if you see it on the magazine rack, there's chances are good that there's money in it. But again, like the fidget spinners, maybe it's just a short-lived or whatever. But again, if you weren't sure, you could go to the Google Trends then and put in that topic, and then you could see then if it's a popular trend or not. So okay, you might be with me so far. You have an idea of the type of articles that you want to create. You probably have an idea on, your general topic that you'd like to do. You probably have an idea whether you want to do maybe a growing trend, or what you want to do maybe it's an evergreen idea. And then whereabouts you're going to sell these articles. But maybe you're still not sure what do you actually mean by all this. How do I go about selling these articles or whatever? So what you will be doing is you'll be selling a bundle of articles. For example, say maybe I was going to do 10 articles on weight loss. So what I could do then, because I was only starting out and maybe I wanted to just to get my foot in the door and get people to notice me, I could turn around and I could sell those articles maybe for $5 or maybe $10. Now, if I was going to create those 10 articles, maybe this could be just a couple of different topic ideas that these articles that I would be selling will be in the pack. So what I do is I would write an article on how to burn fat at home. Again, it would be 500 or 600 word article, and then I would either put it in a notepad document, or I would just put it in a Word doc. So then I would come along and write another article, how to buy the right piece of equipment, exercise equipment, and I would write an article on that, again 500 or 600 words long. And then I would write another article on diet and tips, and write another 500 or 600 word article on that. So then what you would do then, there's your 10 topics. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your 7 topics there and a couple other ones. But that would be those 10 kind of article ideas that I would have. So then I would come to somebody and I would say, right, I am going to sell these 10 articles with private label rights, which means you can do whatever you want with them at that point. Once you hand me the cash, that's it. They're up to you what you want to do with them. But I am going to sell those to you for $5 or $10. Now, it's up to yourself how much you want to charge per article or whatever. Again, maybe if you've done a lot of kind of research on the article, you could probably charge a higher rate because the content would be good content. Again, when I'm speaking about selling articles, I'm not kind of, just putting any kind of fluff into this article. What you want to do is you want to create, strong articles that if you, as a customer, or as somebody that was searching online looking for content or looking for the answer to your problem, if you were looking for that, would you be happy with the article that you've created? And if you weren't, maybe then you should go back and rewrite that article again. What you want to give is strong content, good content, plenty of information in it. Now, it helps if you know a lot about the topic you're writing on. For example, say maybe you were like a trainer or whatever, and you're going to write these articles part-time and as a part-time activity. So you had a good had an idea of weight loss. So writing these 10 articles you wouldn't have to do much research because you could write from the content in your head. But in the case of maybe a topic that maybe you want to write about, but you don't have actually a strong knowledge about, it's going to take you a little bit. You're going to have to do a bit of searching around to find all the information that's going to be in the article. And again, go to, reputable websites to find good content that, people using that then could actually make the right choice. And, they wouldn't actually, if it was health related, they wouldn't actually do any harm to themselves or anything like that. But there was good, strong, safe content that anybody could use, and it would be an article that you'd be proud of. So you might look at one of those things, like, and you say, right, the first article one there, how to burn fat at home, and then you might say to yourself, well, it took me an hour to write that article, and you're going to tell me that I'm going to sell those 10 articles for $5. So for example, there, that hour of my time was only worth 50 cents to me. But what I'm going to say to you is, compared to other ways of making money, selling content, like a ghostwriter who only gets paid once for that content, you can come along and you can take this bundle of articles and you can sell this article over and over again. So fair enough, maybe your time is only worth 50 cents if you only sold this pack once. But what if you sold it maybe 10, 20, 30, 100 times? And then because it's on an evergreen topic like weight loss, those articles are going to be relevant, way on down the line. So you can sell this pack over and over and over again. So okay, maybe you're only selling it for a low amount, but if you get enough people buying it, your hourly rate will jump way up from 50 cents for that hour it took you to write that. So again, that's why I like article writing, and I recommend it compared to maybe other forms of writing, because you can sell the same content over and over and over again. So again, this is what you would do, is you would just put a bundle of articles together, maybe 10 articles. You could do maybe a larger bundle, 20 articles. Again, the price point is up to you, how much you want to sell them cheaply. But again, what's your time worth? But in the long run, you're going to be selling this pack over and over again. So the chances are then you're going to make a lot more money in it, So now that you have an idea of what you will be doing, you're probably wondering then, okay, is there anything else I can make money in that content? And what you could do is, you can add, you can expand on that content and, make more money. You could sell that package for an even larger price. So what you could do is you could create a free report. So for example, there with those articles, then was 10 articles I had created in weight loss. Maybe, say for example, I had written 20 articles, but a lot of these kind of articles were kind of along the same line, maybe to do with the gym, exercise equipment and stuff like that. So what I could do is I could give 10 separate articles away, but I could take maybe the other 10 articles I created and put them all together, maybe do a little reworking. So it works out like a short booklet that can be given away with those articles. So maybe somebody might be coming along and then they might say, you're giving them the 10 articles and you're giving them a free report. So then the website owner, the blog owner, whoever it was, could take that small report then, and if they wanted, then they could sell that report, or could give away free maybe to get people to come onto their email list and join up to be a subscriber, or just a small gift maybe to their email list. So creating extra bits that you could actually charge more for, you could do that with a small report. Again, you could just put a bundle of articles together and make a small report. But now what I mean by putting them together, I don't mean kind of a mix match so that the topics aren't related to each other. But if you read it from start to finish, it would be a small booklet that would explain whatever topics that you needed to explain, and it would make sense. It wouldn't be just kind of jumping from topic to topic. But that's what you could do. Again, you could take some of the content and you could break it down. So for example, if I had a tip sheets, this diet and tips here, what I could do then is I could go over to a website called canva.com and I could create a little image article. They're called infographics. I'm going to show you how to create an infographic in another video. And what you could do then is just use the same content again, but you would be creating, putting this tips on a simple image that the website owner could give to the following. So they could post it somewhere, they could print it out, they could have it on the wall, and again, it just gives a summary of that article or the free report or whatever that you were giving away, and it's easy for there to keep the content fresh in their head, so they'll remember what those diet and tips are, they know what they need to be doing. So that's another way you can expand on that content. Or then say, for example, then maybe you wanted to create a video, whether you wanted to create a series of videos, whether you wanted to do it yourself to camera, or whether you wanted to do, just as I'm doing here, just just create a simple slideshow. You could take those the diet and tips, just have one slide with a diet and tip, and then a short summary of that answer to that diet and tip, and then again on to the next slide, and again it could be another a tip, and then explanation of that tip. So you could do the 10 tips, then just create a short article. You can do that simply like I've done. I've just used a simple Google, go to the Google Docs and just go to the presentation and just pick a slide set there, or even just create it in with Word. You can, there's different templates you can use in Word, and then all I'm using here at the moment is just a screen capture. And you can if you just Google screen capture, you can find plenty of them. Some of them are free, and again you can just make a simple kind of slideshow like this and create a video then from that article. So then the owner then of the website then not only has an article that they can use, but maybe say for example maybe the website is more kind of video themed than it isn't actually written word. So what they could do is they could always put that video up then of that slideshow you've created, and it's another way of putting more content on the website. So then what you do then is you could have a free report, you would have a little tip sheet, you'd have videos and things like that then, just so not only are you selling like a 10 article thing, but it's a larger package, and then because it's a larger package then you're going to be charging far more for it. So you're probably wondering, where can I sell this? Okay, well then I've showed you earlier on, like again for the blogs and stuff like that then too. What you could do is you could just go to google.com, and if I was selling that package of weight loss articles, I would just go to weight loss blogs and I would search, and then you can just contact each blog owner one by one and just say, by the way, I have an article pack of PLR articles. Would you be interested in purchasing it? And just go through them one by one and advertise it there. Or if you wanted to set up a social media account, maybe on Twitter and something like that, you could advertise your products in there. You could tweet every so often saying you had a new package of PLR articles related to such and such a topic, and see the people get back to you. So you could advertise it in that. Or even just go on to like Facebook or somewhere like that. Say you came to a Facebook page that was related to weight loss, and it was a popular page. There was a lot of people, and just contact the Facebook owner and just explain to them that I have a couple of articles here, I have a couple of videos, or I have a free report or whatever, and I'm selling them this PLR package. Would you be interested in it? And who knows, maybe they actually might use it on their Facebook page. So it could be another way to sell that package off. Again, then going to those PLR websites. If you type in private label right websites, you're going to find websites that sell all kind of reports, article packs, all these different stuff. So just contact them, just say, here, I have created a package of articles, or whatever, a report and stuff like that. Would you be interested in buying this package off me? And then maybe you could charge a little more to them then, because they're going to sell that PLR pack onto their own group. But get in contact with them and see whether they'd be interested in buying your private label rights. And then two other places you can actually go to is the Warrior Forum and JVZoo. The Warrior Forum and JVZoo are a lot of people that have online businesses and that are working in niches, and they might have websites, blogs, and maybe dealing in social media and different things like that. They would be always looking for content for their websites and content that they can sell to their lists and stuff like that, and to their email lists and stuff like that. So you can go to one of those websites and then you can sell your packages there. So rather than actually going through and looking for blogs and looking for all these different people, go to places where these people are already hanging out and then sell those packages to them. Now I'm going to show you in the video then later on how to go to the Warrior Forum and how to look up. So even if you weren't sure what you should actually be writing on, you can go to the Warrior Forum and you can actually look up and see what's selling at the moment. So if you're looking for ideas of what you could actually sell, you could create a PLR pack on one of the topics that's already sold well, and then sell your own articles there too. So then after you've been selling for a while, you're going to find then you have a customers list. So then you can email those customers every so often and just say, here, what topic do you need me to write articles on? And then whatever your list says to you, whatever the popular answer is, again, create a bundle of articles on that topic and then sell it to your own list. So then at that stage, then you won't actually have to run around looking for people to buy the articles off you, because you've got a buyer's list. You can sell to them over and over again. And then as the more you sell, then the bigger that buyer list is going to get, and the more money you'll be taking in. So as well as going to those different people online, you can actually go offline as well too. So say for example, I had some articles on maybe YouTube marketing or Twitter marketing or Facebook marketing or paid traffic or website tips or how to build an email list. So say for example I had all these kind of generic things and I had written all these articles. I had this little package. So what I could do then is those maybe 10, 20 articles or whatever I have, I could parcel them all together into a little booklet. And what I could do is, again, they would have to make sense then from start to finish. But say, for example, I had written articles on YouTube, simple beginning things, how to upload your first video onto YouTube, how to pick the right search keywords in the description, how to write a good description, how to get people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So you're kind of taking this would be like a basic bundle of articles that is going to take somebody who's never had been on YouTube before, and it's going to show them how to do it. So what you could do is then you could put all those articles together, and all of a sudden now you have a YouTube report that you can sell offline. Now what you could do is, for example, most brick and mortar businesses wouldn't really know much about YouTube. You're probably going to find people that, they know that everybody's going online, and maybe they're a little bit slow to get on because they don't know how to do these different things. So for example, I could come along then and I could, because it's a generic report and it's, it's basically how to get a beginner onto YouTube, I could go maybe to a plumbing company and I could change the wording in that report and I could put in the word plumbing, and I could sell that report maybe to a plumbing business in town. And then because I've already written that report for them, I could sell more. I could charge more for it then, because it's a report that's going to show them how to set up. So I could sell that report over and over again to all the plumbing businesses in town or in the county or the state or wherever you live. I could, again, because it's a YouTube course, I could just take all the plumbing mentions out of it, and I could sell it maybe to hairdressers. I could take all the hairdressing mentions out of it, and I could sell it to maybe people who are selling real estate. So again, you're taking the report that you've created and just with a simple rewording, maybe a little repackaging, a change of, put a little cover on it, and I could print it off and I can sell it to all those different businesses. So even if you find maybe you have articles maybe that you're having a bit slow, maybe that you can't get rid of them online, try going offline then, like these simple kind of marketing things. And once you create that kind of generic kind of course, you get just a simple wording, you can change it. So it could be doctors one week, again change it over then maybe to chiropractors another week, and then I could sell that same report over and over again to the same businesses. And it's content I've created once, but with a little work, I'm making more and more money out of it for those couple of hours I've took writing it together. So I hope you've enjoyed this course. I hope I've explained everything properly for you. My name has been Barry J McDonald, and that has been how to make money selling articles. Now I recommend you come on over to the other videos where I'm going to show you how to use the Google Trends to look up trends, so you can see actually if the topic you're going to write your articles on, whether it's worth your while or not. I'm going to show you then where to go on eBay then to find what's selling in each country and what are the popular and kind of watch things, and then Amazon then bestsellers then what you should be looking out for on those websites then, because even if you are writing articles maybe they're kind of Amazon themed, maybe some of them might be related, and I'm going to show you in that video what to look out for and what to pay attention to. So my name again has been Barry J McDonald, and I hope you've enjoyed this course, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.